Welcome to the Valt podcast. We are your car culture cultivators. We got a great show once again in store for you guys. Thank you for being here, and let's introduce our panel.
Hi, I'm Jake, member, back again for some marketplace finds.
I'm Joe here as always. We're joined by Wesley as well.
Yep, howdy member as well. I feel like I'm like the resident marketplace person, so.
Yeah, and if you didn't know already, we do have a live studio audience today. We did hear applause, I think, when Shaun announced the podcast. So, like the video, they're back there.
Behind the curtain.
Like this video. If you're new, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube so that I stop being depressed. And without further ado, without further ado, let's go straight into the question of the day. So, the question is, what component can make or break your opinion on a car? So this is a car that you might love, but because of this component inside or outside of it, you can't deal with it. So who wants to start with this?
I feel like any touch point, like if a steering wheel just feels like icky, like haptic buttons on a GTI steering wheel, no. Or like if a shifter feels gross, yeah, it's easy to fix, but like your first impression is what you touch. Mm-hmm. Like, so any of those things, or like bad pedal spacing. Car's bad pedal spacing, I'm out.
Yeah. The 328 Ferrari, when I detail them, I can't drive them at all because of the way the pedals are placed. And it's not because my feet are too big. It's just because of the way the pedals are placed. I'm too tall or something, and I can't get my foot in. Like, I can clutch in, but then I can't release the clutch if the door's open. So it's just like, I can't drive the car. So I have to have clients move the car in and out of the garage for me, or I push it, which is hilarious. But yeah, what about you, Shaun?
So what I love straight line speed. I love kind of a cockpit feel. I love, kind of consistency overall. But the component I hate is a badge that says Corvette. So that would be
That's fair.
You're gonna get killed one of these days.
That's my make or break.
Wesley, what about you?
For me, I was going to go with the same thing on touch points, but like going further, like kind of diverging from that is probably also like seating position, where if you get into a vehicle and it has a like poorly positioned seat, and that kind of is for you as well, where it's like the clutch positioning can kind of go with seat positioning. It's like if you're either sitting too high or sitting too far to the left or right, it can honestly like really dilute the experience of a car, where it's like, oh, I feel like I'm in a minivan when it's a sports car, and it's like, yeah, no.
Yeah, I agree. Sitting too high up in a car that's supposed to feel sporty, like in a K van, you're like, oh, like I'm like, steering wheel facing away from you, golden. But if you're in a sports car and you're sitting like the seats are too thick or something, just doesn't feel right.
Yeah. Particularly, I'm thinking like the new M3. Like looks aside, like the car is probably really good to drive and stuff. And I would be able to overlook the front end of those cars if the interior was nice, but on the new ones, they have the infotainment feels the same as my Civic, and the seats are so incredibly bolstered. And I'm not sure if this is like a special like sport package or something, but these seats are so incredibly bolstered that they're uncomfortable to get in and out of. And this is an M3 sedan, so it's like a family sports car, right? Yeah. So I need to be able to get in and out comfortably, and that just kills the whole experience for me for those things.
There are two seats. There's like the carbon buckets, and then like the crazy
these ones that have the holes in the middle. Of the
so those are
are
the crazy seats.
Yeah, so don't overorder those. I mean, like I would love to sit in the regular seats because like it makes
the sofas.
It makes the car feel like I'm in a McLaren, and I'm not in a McLaren. I'm in a 3 Series.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Actually, I don't like comfort in any type of sports car.
You want it to be on.
I want to suffer.
I want to suffer.
You want the
occasional.
occasional.
I want to feel the road.
Yeah.
I want to feel the steering.
Yeah, and there's something to be said about that.
Yeah.
But an M3, like supposed to be able to take your
Especially
kids to work, to school, and then you go to work, and then on the weekend you could like take it on a back road or like take it on track when you want. But like a McLaren makes sense. Like be uncomfortable, or an E36 like Neil has an E36 with an S54 with a really aggressive like seat, and like I understand that like you feel everything, but like man.
Yeah. Some like maybe something like the bigger Audis, the bigger BMWs, like the 5 Series.
Just go
and up.
comfort.
It just like
yeah.
it
And
just doesn't do
a
it.
new M5 with carbon seats is stupid. I don't know if
That's
they're gonna
pretty
come up with
ironic,
that,
yeah.
but it's gonna be stupid. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be an option.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll
Didn't
probably
they
be
have
$10,000.
that? They already had
Yeah,
those
yeah,
in the
yeah.
M5.
Yeah, you can get you can
CS.
get the same seats that you have in your CS on an M5.
That's dumb.
I feel like a wagon on carbon seats would go pretty hard though. I think it'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, go crazy. If you want to go crazy, go crazy. It's just not for me. But comment down below what component is a make or break for you. I had other ones that were really good, and I'm like losing them right now. But I'm sure we'll see them in the comments. So that brings us into Vault news. This weekend is a doubleheader. Cars and coffee at my shop on Saturday morning, which will be cool. And then right after that, barbecue in the afternoon. So it's gonna be hot, but hopefully we can avoid some heat with this stuff. So
Yeah.
Both good shows.
Both very, very unique shows. If you guys haven't had the time to stop by either one of them, you had your first show at your shop last month. It was a huge success. A ton of people came out.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Showed the Vault crowd some love. A great selection of cars. A great variety of people. Good coffee. Good company. What else
Yeah.
could you ask for?
Yeah, yeah, and we filled a lot last time. This time the shares are more aggressive, so we'll see. If
Heck yeah.
you're seeing this, it's too late. It was yesterday, but I mean, like hopefully we can park everyone. If friends can park inside the shop if they want, if they can't find a spot. But yeah, that'll be fun. Barbecue is always fun.
Love barbecue.
Hopefully it's not too hot. I mean, it's right by the water, so it should be okay.
Yeah.
But like if it's anything like this, it should be fine. If it's anything like concrete, it will not be fine. But
Yeah. Now you get
Never
a
is
nice
cold
breeze
in
coming in
Richmond.
off the water.
yeah,
And great
good.
shots too.
Nice.
It's never hot in Richmond, at least most of the time.
Not compared to the hell we've been experiencing outside.
I'm happy to be in North Bay.
Yeah, I've been
No
running
AC
the
though,
AC
so.
nonstop.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah, short and sweet. So brings us into project updates. My M5 is finally back from the shop doing all the work and stuff on it. It's never run better. It's like really nice. The idle is super smooth, right at 1,000 RPM, which is what they're supposed to be. It's awesome. The car drives amazing. It's so good. My Mercedes wagon, I've been overlooking this for a while. I'll try to put like a picture of it in the actual video, but there's a high pressure fuel line that goes right above all the stuff that's hot, that's bubbling and cracking, and it's high pressure. It's a high pressure fuel line. So I've been overlooking this for a while.
That's terrifying.
It's actually right next to the oil filter also.
Yeah.
So like it's one of those things where if it melts, it just if
You
any
would have had
fuel
your
leaks
own
on it-
barbecue.
Yeah, exactly. So I just was looking at it a couple days ago and just kind of like looking. I had a little bit of time to myself, so I just kind of like started studying the car around and seeing if I could find any leaks or anything. And this thing, I thought it was just bloated, but it's bloated and it's cracked. Like there's micro cracks all over the rubber. It's just one of those. I feel like if I touch it, it's gonna disintegrate. And they're hard. It's all hard too. So
Sick.
that's going. It's still not at the shop yet, but it will be going straight to the shop whenever it's time to go to the shop. I'm not driving it until it's fixed because that's an issue. But yeah, I mean, really, I'm just trying to future proof this thing so I can like have trouble free miles because that's been worrying me for the whole time I've owned the car.
Yeah.
Rightfully so.
And it's also leaking transmission fluid,
Sick.
but that is a thing that I know for sure will be done at some point. I just need to drop the transmission, so I just need to spend some time on that and money. That's all.
Yep.
But yeah, so hopefully in the next couple weeks, both those cars are future proof.
There you go.
And the SD's just been sitting since the Civic, but because of one of my marketplace finds today, I will probably be taking it out when it's 125 degrees outside again, because I kind of miss it. But
Right. How are we enjoying all these 80s 80s and 90s air conditioning?
yeah,
Your
oh my
80s and
god,
90s
Now-
cars have air conditioning.
feels nice to be in a modern car. I'll
Mine are
tell you
supposed
that.
to.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Feels nice to be in a modern car. What about you guys? What are your project updates?
Did an oil change on the Cayman. Very interesting. But I did it in prep for track day, so that was cool.
How's track day?
I like my car again. I'm back in love with it.
There you go.
It was kind of boring on the back roads because it's too fast. But Sonoma, it works. It's really fun.
Yep.
So
I've been spending a lot of time in Sonoma on the Sims,
It-
and it seems like it'd be a fun track to be on.
yeah, it fits the Cayman really well. The GTI was like I was kind of scared to go from GTI from that because it's almost 150 horsepower bump, all that stuff. And nope, even with 2018 tires up front that are now gone, it went great. I was sticking to a GT4 for the tires like both sessions, So.
I bet it's fun in the S's. I mean, that thing is probably really well composed.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then there was a photo section, like a thing, because they needed a red, white, and blue car. I have a white car, so they had
perfect.
me come out. Turbos suck for filming. I've heard Kamisa say it before. There's a GT3 in front of me, and we had to both split out at the same time. He could just dart out. Here I am, like, top a second, trying to make it happen.
Oh, you're like lagging a little bit.
Yeah, it just couldn't get the shot perfect. But
Yeah.
And then, yeah, from the last episode, which was a little bit ago, my marketplace was a K-Van. I have a K-Van now. Yay.
Yeah, so we referred to the podcast like a month ago that
Yeah.
that van is now in his possession. It's outside right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just drove it. I've driven it twice now. And
It's
they're
really
fun.
slow.
They're fun. They're slow, but they get the job done. I mean, they're fun. They're a good experience.
Ever since you bought that, I can't help but like see them all over the place now on my
All over
feed.
Marketplace.
Yeah.
My Discover page on Instagram, before and now, it would be like 18 different K things, like one wagon is like would be my entire on the car account. That's all I'd see, was K vans and trucks.
Yeah.
And now here we are.
Yep. Wesley.
Yeah. So I have no news with my cappuccino. It is totally stagnant,
Womp womp.
and yes, womp womp. I've I'm gathering motivation. I've also been traveling and other stuff, so that's kind of eating away at my time.
So what happened with the cappuccino? You were in an
I
accident
wrecked
in
the
it, right?
hell
Yeah?
out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I stuffed it into the back of a Mercedes. I've now fixed it. Framework is done. I just need to replace a brake line, and then salvage title is in my hands. So, and smog. I need to smog it, and then salvage title's in my hand. E39 has had a leaky 3-piece wheel for about 2 years now. I didn't know it was a leaky 3-piece until about a year ago, and then I went to put a new tire on it, and it leaked from the entire barrel again. So I have taken it off, and I'm going to rebuild it. Should maybe have it by barbecue by Sunday, but no guarantees there. If I don't, I'll be in the X3 just so I can get that out and about again. And I broke my race car. I was at autocross in Alameda last Saturday, right during Cars and Culture, and my first run of the day, I launched it out of the box. I got into second gear and blew up something in between my transition and rear wheels. So
Yikes.
it still gets into gear. I'm not sure if I don't think it's the drive shaft. I jacked it up and went and looked at it, and then realized I have a 3-inch stainless steel custom drive shaft, and it's very not broken, and it looks perfectly fine. So I'm a little more concerned because I don't know what is making loud thunking noises, but I will find it. Per downsides of having a 450 wheel horsepower car that weighs 1,800 pounds, I guess. And also I'm a lunatic, so
That helped. Yeah.
it doesn't help.
Well, I think we all know what Shaun's project
Dude,
is.
at this point, I kind of feel like you guys are all picking on me. So, I actually got some clarification. I text today. I said, was that 2024 or 2025? So he didn't answer. So I'm thinking it might be 2026 till everything is done.
It was just a starter that he needed to fix last week.
Yeah. That was more than a week ago. I was like,
He blew another motor or what?
yeah.
He calls you like,
There's another one coming.
We got another one coming.
Honduras.
Exactly. So I decided I'm not going to stress out over it this week. It's a holiday week. I'm just going to enjoy it, and we'll start again next week. Got a little movement actually on the Datsun. So we ordered the exhaust. So hopefully that should be in. The parts actually should be here. The exhaust should be here next week.
Hell yeah.
So I went
Is it
with,
all in-
Fuji something like that.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
killing
know.
it. So correct me in the comments, but I went with that exhaust.
Fujiwara?
No,
Oh.
Fuji, something like that.
Yeah. Fujimoto.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks good. It's
Is
supposed to
it
sound
everything
good.
in there ready to go? Like, is the ECU programmed and everything, or is it just like the exhaust that you're needing? Or
Everything is in there. We still have to put the ECU in, but Ivan has said that it's supposed to be. He'll have it at least running this week.
Hell
So
yeah.
this week actually means probably next week.
hey, but that's better.
Yeah.
That's better than not
Exactly.
not running. So.
I don't know if
Exactly.
I've actually ever seen it run, just because like timing of like when I started coming here and stuff.
Oh yeah. It
be
actually
cool.
ran. It ran great. It was just all stock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
know I used it was kind of buried in here though, right? So I just never. I don't know.
Yeah, it's when we redid the the suspension, seats, and we lowered it, is the ride became. It's pretty gnarly in there.
Okay.
Everything is tight and everything, but it's super tight. And when the roads are bad, like they are now,
And you just pull out.
it's freaking.
The first thing you do when you pull out of here is you notice the roads are bad.
Yeah, dude, it's unbearable.
Okay. Fair enough.
It's unbearable.
Yeah.
So
Well, I'm excited to see them both running. I mean, it sounds like the Datsun will be ready to go before the Mini gets back.
I hope so.
What about the SLC? What's going on with that? Is it pretty much
SLC
the Mercedes?
is all put together. We are actually, I ordered a digital cluster instrument panel and a emergency brake. So we need a nice.
That'll be good
We
to have.
certainly need a brake. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's running. It's all dialed in. It looks and it sounds great. Fender flares are all on. I wanted them a little bit more aggressive, so we're gonna go back to the drawing board on that. And but yeah, it looks good. I can't wait. I haven't been driving a whole lot because I'm excited to get the cars that I haven't driven.
Yeah, no. Once these are all done, you're gonna be driving them a lot, probably.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you need anyone to put any miles on the Dakar, let me know. I got you.
Yeah. So this episode is a little bit different than most episodes. Usually we have a main topic and a scenario. This episode is going to be marketplace heavy. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about how we had a Discord that was full of marketplace finds. We're all active on it. Wesley's super active on it. Jake is very active on it. I post a little bit on it. Shaun, you just comment a lot and have fun with it.
It's fun.
So basically, the main topic today is the art of the marketplace find. So we're just really talking about algorithms today for a few minutes and what makes a good one and what keywords you use and what you use in your personal, because everyone's using marketplace here probably like a social media. Just
It's
to
my
scroll
favorite.
when they're bored.
Yeah.
So I don't know who wants to start, but what do you, when you first opened your Facebook app 6 months ago, what did you do to get to where you are now? Basically, it's a voyage. It's a journey.
I was looking at K cars nonstop for about like 6 months, 7 months straight. So I don't think that definitely went down a rabbit hole. Before that, it was all Porsche stuff, like from like just looking up work stuff and all that. Now here we are, and well, now it's all replica stuff from being on here, replica Countach from a Fiero, all that stuff. So,
yeah.
but yeah, start off looking at K cars.
I think that's the biggest thing is joining like different. I am in a bunch of right-hand drive import groups that
Yeah,
are for like
me too.
BST, and then a bunch of other like, other subgroups about weird cars and like abnormal cars, wagon, the wagon elitist group and so
Yeah.
on. And you'll through that get a lot of like find your niche of which cars that you're interested in. Like there are track car groups, and like if you want to find a cool looking track car that's probably going to be a really good deal, like join one of those, and eventually your algorithm, even if it's not specifically something that's from that like track car group, it'll start finding some random schmuck in LA who posted some weird track car, and you're like, oh, I want that, and then suddenly you own it.
And you click on every single weird thing you see.
Yeah,
That's real art.
Yeah, so for me is like I've never been like hugely technical on cars. I've always just like I like what I like. I'd love to drive this, or I'd like to learn more about this. So really, when I started, the only cars I knew about were the cars that I had. But actually, from going to the shows and actually even doing this podcast, interacting with some of the members, it makes you kind of want to learn more about what you don't know. So you end up down these paths where you're seeing like cars. You guys are talking about cars. I'm like, oh, what is this? Oh, that's what that is. Oh, they made these too. Oh, wow. So yeah, I think that's why some of the things I have here are kind of so different. It's certainly been related to a lot of the things that
Yeah, you have a
talked
theme.
about.
You have a theme going. Yeah, your marketplace is probably destroyed.
Yeah.
because of all this
Oh,
shit you
totally.
I'm
post.
excited. I saw you
totally.
laughing when you're choosing your
Oh,
finds,
dude,
so I'm
they're
stoked.
Oh,
next
man.
level top 5.
Totally.
This is not a top 5. This is just random. It's
Perfect.
Yeah, it's
That is
all
top
of them
5
are
for
Modesto
me.
specials. But yeah, I mean, for me, I kind of have a suspicion that Facebook and Meta is collecting metadata, also, because like there are moments where I'm definitely am not searching K vans, right? But they show up all the time.
Got
It's just
you.
the specific one that you are wanting comes on my
Oh,
feed
every
all
single
the
time. Every time I
Yeah.
refresh that.
Every
one's
time
there.
you mention it, it pops up
Oh,
on like
that's
the first
hilarious.
10 cars. Same with, I mean, like, and it's typical. Like, I get a lot of BMWs. I'm looking for an art car for VJ to paint. So I'm like really aggressively looking for that right now. So it's very, very like you'll see in my top 5, they're actual real cars. It's kind of like they're really nice cars, but they're like
Oh, whoa.
they're like they're
Real
kind of like
cars?
not like shit boxes like what I'm assuming he's posting.
Yeah.
But
Well, make no mistake, with the eclectic
There's an art of a shitbox.
collection of
art.
cars that we get, there's some weird shit on that. I also get too.
yeah.
There's some weird stuff out there.
But basically, if anyone, I mean, I'm sure at this point, everyone who's watching has a very, very fun marketplace full of interesting cars. But if you were to give like a one piece of advice on how to like optimize like for searching, like for anything, like what are you trying to like what are you looking for? Because I know search bars don't do anything. Because if you put in like Ferrari, like people could just like put that as a keyword and like an E36 will show up.
Use filters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
filters are the key.
Yeah.
I mean, I just look at shit boxes. That's all.
Yeah.
The van was the first car I ever bought off Marketplace, and that was kind of a whim.
Yeah.
I typed Acti and just be as generic as possible to get what I want.
Yeah. Yeah, and I found that the joining those Facebook groups, like I'm in the wagon elitist thing, and I'm getting some awesome wagons now.
Yeah.
I'm in a lot of BMW groups, and so I'm getting like BMWs that are only posted in those groups because they don't want dumbasses like us to like go and like lowball them. Like I have a friend who maybe watches this. He's a member also, and he will actively lowball cars every day.
Oh, he's
He'll be like a $10,000
adjusting the market. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll like find like a $10,000 36, and he'll like message the guy saying 3,000 today, take her to leave it, and he'll like get blocked by all these people, and he's just having
Hell
fun.
yeah.
And I tell him like, hey, like there is a
All it
theory.
takes is one.
If you do that 100 times a day, at least one of them will like call your bluff and like say, okay, fine, come, and you get a great deal. We're not recommending doing that. Don't lowball people because they end up hating you. But like. Curious to hear your thoughts. Comment down below what your marketplace finds are like and what you guys use to try to find the greatest hits for your stuff. But that brings us into the meat of this podcast.
I got stories.
All right, so instead of our traditional marketplace finds segment, we are gathering our top 20 marketplace finds in our algorithm that is currently available today. So each of us has chosen 5 of our best possible marketplace finds.
Best?
So when you see Shaun's marketplace finds, know that that's what his algorithm looks like.
Best
And
is a strong word.
I'm gonna go on a whim and say mine are the most normal because, like I said, I've been trying to look for an art car for VJ, and I'm trying to find something like aesthetically pleasing, So I'm gonna go first because mine are gonna be like, oh, that's cool, but like they're not like, well, holy shit, this is insane. Because like there's some specialists here, and I'm not a specialist. I just look for what I look for. But for the first one, it's I guess found an E28.
His are always all respectable.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Joe's deserve a golf clap normally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is just
Very safe.
I just think personally like
What's your safe
Has a
word,
toolkit.
Joe?
it's a 535 IS, so it's an E28. And just personally with an E28 M5, the ability to get something like this for so much less than an E28 M5 is so cool because this is not anywhere close to what it feels like to have an M5. The build qualities are different, for sure. Like I had an E28 with high miles, a 535, and I had and the M5 back to back. And driving them, the M5 has no rattles, no creaks. It's like the build quality is
The
different.
M5 drives great.
This is different, but the aesthetics are the same.
Yeah.
And it's super cool. This would make a great art car. But
That
too much
car,
money.
I don't know. Those pictures are has me a little nervous. Is it that clean?
No, probably not. It
Coming
probably
out of
is.
Florida?
Yeah.
I mean,
Miami in particular.
200,000 miles on it.
in my opinion, I
Look
bet you
at
this paint
that.
job is like a makeup paint job. It's
Yeah.
probably really bad, but it's still like it's a Euro swap, which is really hard to do in these cars because to do a successful Euro swap, you need to cut and weld on these cars, which is why mine is not Euro swapped because I just don't want to deal with that. But a 535 IS is like the best. It has a full toolkit, which mine has nothing in there. And for those who know about last week, finding the spark plug socket is like literally impossible for these stupid engines. S38s are worse than M30s, but like the fact that this exists still, even with the rag, is super nice.
The rag's cool.
Yeah, and so this is a great car, and it would be a great car to put just a shit ton of miles on. These typically like the brakes will start to like the hydraulics will start to like leak through it, so that's why these are all rusty and stripped.
Sick.
That happens. My mind's like that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my first find. Respectable.
Nice.
They're all respectable, unfortunately. But
Sorry,
my
we'll
next
make up.
find,
Yeah.
my next find is drum roll. This is a 1991 Mercedes 300T. This is a 124 wagon. It's a Euro spec car. It's super clean.
Ooh, I saw this
that's
one.
sick,
I like.
yeah.
I knew you were probably gonna put it. Is the
Yeah.
only reason why I didn't put this on one of
Yeah,
mine.
insanely. It's right-hand drive, which is the
Whoa.
only thing that's
Yeah.
like kind of annoying for me.
I'm here for it.
But
Yeah,
like this thing, like seats are awesome. Like this car for 18 grand, I think is like a steal, honestly, for this.
I don't have a room.
What's the
or
titling
spare
situation?
money
Did it
right
say?
now.
It's a Japanese import. Let's see.
Is it registered?
It doesn't say. I don't think.
So
No.
probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah.
There's a place for that.
Business is booming out in Montana.
There's a place for
Yeah,
that.
and
Yes.
if you want to try to do it legal, we have some friends in Lafayette that will help. That we'll talk about later. That I just
Let's
met.
put asterisk on legal.
No, you can do it.
Yeah.
It's barable. It's not.
Yeah.
Like,
300
it's
TE.
barable, but the way he's talking about it, if you got state refed, you would have a little trouble.
Yeah.
There's nobody state reffing you.
The
though.
car's overheating.
yeah, exactly.
Probably not.
It needs something.
Yeah.
Because this is not supposed to. It's supposed to be right here.
It's fine. It's
Well,
fine. It's
good.
good.
So that's
Probably just
It's got
idling
oil
and-
pressure.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. I
Too
mean,
long.
hey, mine does it too. Manual radiator might be leaking, but that's my second marketplace find.
So don't be intimidated by the right-hand drive, bro.
It's easy.
Oh, I know. I love these cars, and I want one with the cloth seats like that.
I like the cloth
but
seats. That was
yeah,
the
that
what
was-
made me like that one.
We'll see. I mean, one day I'll get something. I'll probably sell mine and get something crazy, like a manual, like what Derek has or something.
I love Derek.
Oh, that's the same one.
Oop.
My third marketplace find is 1968 Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow. So see, we have a theme here.
Ooh.
I talk about these all the time. I think they're probably horrible, but like,
Silver shitbox.
yeah. But I think this would be such an interesting car to own for 16 grand.
The
I think,
fender mirrors. That's all you need.
yeah, I think the quality of the experience of owning this car for a little bit until some things break.
Yeah.
Was cool. And in my top 5, I wanted to put a Rolls Royce or Bentley in there.
That's
so
fair.
this is the one that I put.
And it's right-hand drive.
I get a lot of Bentleys because I'm always looking at Bentleys, and I get some really interesting ones. Like I had this a newer one, like newer than the Turbo R with green interior, which was super cool. But I went with this one because I think these just have a little bit more sense of occasion, and brake more. And I think when you buy a Rolls Royce or Bentley from this era, you want them to kind of like brake a lot because
It's like
part of
VJ
the
of
experience.
Peugeot. Like,
It's a
Yeah.
good-looking car.
Yeah, it's part of the experience. And as mentioned before, these are all because all my algorithm's been screwed because of the art car thing. Usually I get some crazy examples of things, but I'm getting like really good examples. Okay, so
Yes.
fourth,
Nice.
number 4.
love these.
This is a B7 RS4. I had one of these in college, and
I didn't know that.
can't believe that they're still $28,000. I sold mine for 36.
Yeah, they've kind of just
Yeah.
they've plateaued.
Yeah, I bought it for 30 and I sold it for 36
Hell
6
yeah.
months later.
Same
And
was.
I loved every minute of it. And the only reason why I sold it is because my E39 M5 was better. And I liked it more.
Well, and timing chains on that won't bankrupt a average
Yeah.
person.
So I think it's like crazy that these are so cheap. And this is a huge, crazy buy, I think, at $28,000.
yeah, interiors.
Ooh.
60,000 miles.
Gorgeous.
It's low miles, I think, in my
Oh,
opinion.
whoa.
Yeah. These are great cars, high revving V8s, and they kind of feel like VTEC when they like move, because like
I wanna drive one.
Yeah, like right when you get into like 4,500 RPM, the whole exhaust note changes, and you kind of like get kicked back all the way to 8,250. It's awesome. It's an awesome car.
Nice.
Only thing I would change about them is they're like the differential ratios are kind of long, like they're kind of long geared, but that's because it's a GT car, I guess. But
Autobahn.
huge value, I think. 28,000, like you're getting basically an E90 M3.
For the miles, that's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty
The,
sick.
the problem is, as soon as it breaks, it's so
Yeah,
expensive.
I'd imagine. And then this one was my last one that I found randomly, but I posted it because it's wild looking. This is a 456 GT with manual. So it's a
That's nice.
That's
what?
wild.
It's 19,000 miles. It's
Transaxle.
green over tan. Super cool spec.
I love me green
Gated
school.
manual. $120,000 seems like a huge,
That's a huge deal. That's
great deal. I found right after this, I found one for 96, but it was silver with automatic.
Ooh.
But like this seems like a huge, like such a cool experience for 120 grand. And it kind of makes me. I started when I looked at this right after. I started looking at other like exotic cars from this era, and there's a bunch of deals right now. Like because the car market's kind of like not doing well, and like there's a bunch out there right now for sale. That's like great. I mean, I don't have 120 grand, but this would be one of the top cars if I had that kind of money.
Gated manual Ferrari.
Gated manual Ferrari.
120 grand.
120 grand
miles.
Yeah.
Understyled, so you could drive this around whenever you want and not get shit. You know. And I think these are
People don't hate you.
Yeah, these are beautiful cars. I think personally, I love the way they looked. I know that most people hate them, but I really like the way these things look. So that's my 5th, and then my honorable mention is another Mercedes wagon. This has been up for sale for a long ass time, and it's the only reason why I wanted to post it because I think that someone can get like a deal from it if I can get it to click. Yeah, I mean, it's a good car, and it's right here. So this has been for sale.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I've seen
my
this
God.
one. Yeah.
So this has been for
I
sale.
haven't seen this.
I think on Cars and Bids, and I think on Bring a Trailer.
Those wheels are nasty.
But it's a 280 with a manual.
This one's listed a year ago. Yep, I'd be about.
This thing's been for sale for so long, and for 15 grand, like this was way more expensive back when this was brand new. But like, the color is on point. The interior is blue cloth, which looks good. Manual in a 280 trim is probably abysmally slow, and probably not very interesting. Honestly, it probably has like 180 horsepower. But like the gimmick of a manual in this is probably is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't have a dog leg like Derek's, but like
That was the one thing that made me sad.
Yeah.
Oh no! It looks like, from my perspective, it looks like a dog leg.
It's weird that the reverse is there, but yeah, it's still a good car. I think for 15 grand, I think you are not losing
It's
money
a
on
lot of
this.
car for 15.
Yeah, I don't think you're losing money on this. It looks like really nice. It looks
may
pretty
take-
pretty restored too.
You probably measure 0 to 60 with a sundial, but
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's like an ugly child, like only a parent could love.
Yeah. I've driven some of those smaller engine 124s, and like they're geared really badly. Like they're geared like, you know, on the highway that thing's probably like 5,000 RPM.
Oh,
just
that's
well, for you
cakewalk.
guys,
That's easy.
it's nothing. Yeah. Shaun, do you want to go next, or do you want to go?
Oh, it doesn't matter to me. We can just go right on down the line.
Do you want to go off of sundial 0 to 60s? Go to my cars. I got the first one right there.
Yeah, we'll do yours last. We'll save the best for last. All right.
Sundial 0 to 60s. Let's talk about that for a minute.
I'm intrigued. You mentioned
So this is a
Yes.
1969 DAF race car. I don't know what DAF is. It's a Swedish automaker. I don't know if they
it means definitely ain't fast.
It's definitely not fast.
I like that.
So go through the pictures because it has a fucking roll cage. Pardon my language, but what the hell is the lunatic?
And a
Well, the
clock.
clock
Look
right
at
there
the
said measure
clock.
0 to
My
60.
grandma used to have that clock.
What the hell is that clock doing that?
That's a big fire extinguisher too.
It has a 748 cc. I'll go back there. So 748 cc air-cooled engine that's a CVT dual belt. So it's independent axles, and it has the power sent independently to each axle based
Ain't no
off of
way.
the load that each one's getting. So if the
Holy
belt
shit.
feels a load at the wheels, it'll send more power or less power. So
This
it's
is in
a
LA. This
very
is wild.
weird
The fuel cell's a trip.
LSD setup.
This is exactly why we have Wesley and Jake on the
Yeah.
podcast, because we've
Yeah,
been
you
talking
got
about
me
Mercedes
beat.
wagon all
This
day.
is insane.
This is a CVT race car.
And CVT LS dual axles LSD race car because it's sending two different power outputs
with spare
out.
belts.
And
And it has a title. It has
And
a
somebody's had it since 1970. If you look at the original owner, somebody brought this over and decided to throw a cage in it after a
Wow.
while.
That's a
I
trip.
looked it up. It was advertised with the upgraded from 650 to 750 cc motor, which this has the 750, to do 0 to 80 kilometers in 29 seconds.
Ooh.
80 kilometers
Rocket
is
ship.
50 miles per hour if you're listening and not wanting to do math. So if you're wanting to do 0 to 50, it's about 1 mile per hour every 2 seconds.
Dude,
It's a
is that
rocket ship.
license plate say liquor? I love it.
Oh yeah,
no, it's a
011
Q.
liquor. Yeah.
That's a Q. I thought it was gonna lie. I
that's
was like,
nice.
what?
Oh my. What a find. I would have never guessed. Wait, historic racing. Racing's a strong word.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks. Like, I love how it's like has a specific fire suppression system. It just looks like it's been done in the backyard. Wow. Well, that's a crazy first find. I wonder what the next one is.
Daff is in the fuck.
So the second one is a coach-built Italian vehicle. It is a Cavalli
yes.
Mangusta.
I saw this one.
man.
I had a feeling someone was gonna do this one.
Yeah. Hey, did you know that the family lives in Danville?
No,
Yeah. They were.
I didn't know this came with a manual. I seen one of these that was very nice out in like Gilroy area for probably the same price and didn't have the paint looking like that. It's
That rear
needing
end is
everywhere redone.
wicked.
Yeah,
but-
drive around Blackhawk long enough, and you hang out at one of the Starbucks. You'll see one that drives by. It's silver. It's like a family-owned one. It's like really nice. Yeah.
I feel like I've never seen like
This is
up
a
until
Chrysler
seeing
V8
one-
in there.
So
I say it
there's
reminds
at
me of
least-
like the Chrysler, like the what is it, the truck?
Italian body Chrysler
Oh.
Chrysler V8, I think.
And so there's 3 of these in the Bay Area
they
at
were
the
doing
very
that.
least that have 269, I think, or 289.
HHR.
Yeah,
That's
they went out of
insane.
business immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one bought them.
I mean, look at it. It has a face only a mother could love.
Yeah,
Like,
isn't that crazy though? Like it's crazy that like this car is like the owners are like local like Bay Area guys.
That's insane.
But yeah, I mean this is an interest. Whenever I see these around, I'm like, oh yeah, they made a choice. This
Yeah.
is a weird, This is a weird one.
I feel like that's gonna be one of those listed over a year ago.
It's a
things.
Cavalli Mangusta for those wondering.
Yeah,
So
it's
2000.
like all the people buy VinFast nowadays.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
this-
There's a lot of them in my area.
Well, they're actually they're
You're
making
like you're really going in, aren't you?
they're making like an i3 sized like really small thing soon.
So-
like if that comes out, that'll be actually cool.
This is an interesting one. For the price, I'm just wondering what's up because I'm interested in selling my race car and buying this because it's way more streetable. So this is an E36 M3, and it has a cammed LS1 in it,
Oh,
and it has M parallels. I don't know if those are authentic M parallels because they're chrome, and I don't know if they sold chrome M parallels. But as like somebody who owns already a silver E39 with chrome 3-piece wheels, I just like would die being able to park this next to it.
but
I'm sure an
And the
LS
price.
E36 probably. Yeah, 16 grand doesn't seem that bad. Honestly.
No.
I mean, that's the price of a clean E36
Yeah.
with an stock motor and drivetrain.
This is a clean
I
title.
can't remember.
I think it's in the listing. I think it's maybe salvaged, but I mean, it's kind of a track car. Bride bucket seats,
Yeah, I mean
Renowned
PSS
steering wheel?
9. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. So that one popped up. I kind of wish I saved it for a later segment that we have, but I didn't. I wanted to kind of just showcase this really cool E36 because it is pretty.
Yeah,
darn
it's
cool.
wild. This
Yeah.
is insane. Sean, were you gonna say something?
No, I was gonna say the wheels. I can't remember if they came factory like that, but I know back in the day, people used to chrome dip those all the time.
Yeah.
I bet it was a dealer. I don't know. I know that
Yeah.
like at least for Mercedes
seen those before.
around this era, you could buy the car and then Mercedes would upcharge you for like chrome.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think any Mercedes came from the factory with chrome in the 80s and 90s.
oh wow,
I think you had to buy the option from the dealer, and then that's why you see all the Mercedes now with chrome that's like completely destroying
that
everything.
would
Yeah.
that
Because it's
tracks.
not factory applied. It's
Yeah.
like dealer applied, which is like probably just from like some third party.
Yeah,
Man.
always.
Send
yeah.
it to the closest shop.
Yeah,
that
send it
did
to the
it.
closest-
Back,
Yeah.
back in
Wheelworks,
the
baby.
'90s, we chromed everything.
Yeah.
Now you can't do anything at all
Yeah.
in California because it
Oh, no,
just
there's
causes
no-
cancer.
Yeah, I had to get mine chrome, all my 3-piece wheels redone in Tijuana.
Yeah, I found a
the
guy.
shop drove them over the border and then drove them back.
Yeah, in 2018, I found someone in Sacramento that was in a really sketchy shop that re-chromed my Mercedes. A Mercedes I had, they re-chromed the bumpers, but like that was like at least 10 years ago, and it was extremely expensive. It was like next level expensive.
He's also sells leaded gasoline, Freon.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it
Well,
smelled unhealthy in that. I left immediately. I'm like, oh, this is not right. I'm not supposed to be here.
Okay,
a
so
Merker.
third
As
car,
best
I
it's
know,
in the
like-
name. So I had two.
Yeah,
actually.
I saw this one.
I had two of these 80s, rally cars pop up. I had this in
Well,
a
there's-
Ford Escort. that
There's
is in
a
my-
museum that might be selling a bunch of our old stock. So if you look at this person's profile, there's some weird shit in there. It's
Oh
great.
yeah, you can. Yeah.
It's a museum.
Yeah, they just had a 16 valve Scirocco that
Wow.
they had listed. That was like super cool.
And
I
they
love
just
it.
all sit outside.
I love
Yeah.
it. There was also an Escort that actually is drivable that I found as well that I wanted to post, but this one is kind of like I love the body styling, the fact that you get a little turbo gauge in your cluster that goes up and down as your car hits boost, and
Yeah, when I saw this one, and I was very tempted to put it on mine.
Yeah,
And the
this
price
is,
isn't bad for, it's obviously needs, a restoration of sorts, whether it's just a slight mechanical overhaul or like if you're going crazy, a full mechanical, but like, or full cosmetic restoration, but still it's.
Restoring that, you might as well just buy a Bugatti. Brand new.
No, you gotta buy the Striker one.
Yeah, the Striker would work.
I had a Striker Huayra that the post disappeared like right
Wasn't it
away.
like 45 grand?
Yeah.
It was like all it said was if you know you know.
Yeah.
Pagani Huayra. Yeah, I saw that.
Nice.
That's crazy. Yep. Then the last one from Wesley that isn't an honorable mention. 2004 Corvette.
Yeah.
Winner.
Shaun.
Dude.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
Now,
It's
brother.
automatic.
if you're going to go vet, you go full vet.
Yeah.
It
You
also,
can't get any more vet than that.
I don't know if it's not automatic, if it's an F6 roof coupe automatic, because it has the brake ducting. So the brake ducting is Z06 brake ducting, but did the FRC get that as well? I don't know. But
Well,
it
these
has,
brakes are on fire,
Dude,
so
yeah.
the brakes are on fire. It has a Lingenfelter supercharger on it. It probably will spin tires in every gear, which is hilarious. But
Yeah, it's
also
an
like
RPM
you're
stage
driving
2
a car that looks
transmission.
like you're. Yeah.
Why would you put all that money into the
Full
car? when
custom paint
obviously
job,
all
it's
you
not a
needed was
wrap.
just the flames.
Oh no,
It's gonna
that's
make it fast enough.
airbrush. That's somebody.
Yeah, it's
spent-
airbrushed. It's not even a wrap.
that's
It's
big
gonna
money.
Exactly.
And the AC blows cold with 2 exclamation points.
What's the miles on it? Did somebody just airbrush this and stuff it in a garage?
38K, yeah.
Wow, no, they drove it at one point, whether it's before or after they airbrushed it.
I ain't
but
gonna lie.
This looks like
I would drive that. So I would totally drive that.
I wouldn't own it, but I'd drive it.
oh, it has a heads-up display too. Damn.
I want to know how aggressive the cams are and all, like a supercharger. Like if it's got to sound wicked, right? There's no way if that would be like silent.
No,
if that
no.
thing didn't
It
wake
sounds
up a whole
ridiculous.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
mine. It was. I feel like
That's good.
it had to be shown. The flames.
That's a roll
just-
cage too.
Yeah, I saw that too on mine too. I saw
I
that one.
swear, if me and Valt ever fight, I'm coming to your show and I'm just gonna write just in that. I'm just gonna ruin the show in spite of it.
Let's do a burnout.
All right.
So, 3 honorable mentions from Wesley. This is a B2 bomber. I'm assuming it probably is a literal B2 bomber.
Yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
read the listing.
Yep, it's a B2. It's a bomber.
1988 Northrop B2 Sport.
8.9 million.
No title. Don't ask for VIN. Don't ask too many questions. You know what it is. Don't ask how I got it. You couldn't imagine the hoops I had to jump through to get this. And then it has all the specs.
Spec sheet.
Damn, Tyler,
Yeah.
you're
yeah.
wild for this.
You're definitely
Yeah.
going to jail.
Yeah,
Hey, he's at Edwards though. He's good.
straight to jail. You buy this straight to jail.
Don't ask any questions. It doesn't come with the
you know, you
it's
know.
bill of sale only.
Yeah.
That is wild that this exists. I saw this one too, which is funny.
Does it come with a crew?
I hope it is.
It should for 8.9 million.
Message him.
Right.
Just message him right now.
No, dude, I'm gonna go.
Quick,
he's gonna-
go click the
gonna
is
send my
this
address.
available? Is this available buttons? Click that send. Click send.
Oh god, I'm not saying no. He's gonna send me. He's gonna send me my IP. He's gonna send me IP address. Be like, I know where you live. I'm on my way to Albany right now.
I'll do it right now. Let me get my phone. All right. This one we shouldn't read the name, but it's a chariot for people with special needs, and it is a chariot for people with special needs.
my!
Hell yeah!
Trigger
brother.
warning! Trigger warning!
Wow.
That's wild.
Hell yeah! Someone did 21,000 miles on this thing, dude.
Oh, it comes with a chair. That's sick.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Custom
So
painted.
if you ever, find yourself not able to operate your car again, this could be your.
Wait, did you say 125 cc?
The chariot.
What's the airbrush there say?
The chariot
Hell yeah.
with the butt mark right here. Someone must have fallen. I hope he got up.
Wait, I think it. Is it just? Did I misread
just-
it?
wait.
X1. Yeah, 125 cc's. That's it.
Wow.
Is it
It's-
just,
it's-
is it just
Oh
powered
yeah,
by
no,
the
it totally
scooter?
looks
It's a
like a
Vespa, yeah.
Vespa. Yeah, it has the fairing still.
This
on
thing
Vespa.
probably barely moves,
No.
huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's literally powered by
I'm
that scooter
surprised
that
they
goes in.
drove around their neighborhood 21,000 miles in that thing,
I
How
mean,
ma-
and probably
and
didn't
gas
get crushed
cannons.
in the meantime.
Jeez, this is what? This
What a find.
good find.
Yeah.
I thought I had some good ones.
so
You got
the-
me beat.
So last one was a Discord special. I've already posted it. So this one popped up in
Yeah.
my feed. It's a
Perfect for a 4th of
Geo
July.
Metro.
The turf.
Grass car.
It does You don't need an interior. You don't need a bumper. It has a turbo that looks like it's probably has as much displacement as the 3-cylinder motor that it's plugged up to.
Yeah.
It looks like it'd be a ton of fun to drive, and he wants some trades. So if you have like a dirt bike, if you have a case or two of PBRs, you could probably get away with it. This seems like a man of culture.
Imagine how much meth this guy was.
Oh
doing.
yeah.
Dude, think about it.
So
Not only to build this, but look at the freaking mileage on this thing.
yeah. So
Oh my god!
I've driven
Wow.
he's driven it to the moon and back 7 times.
I like how they got not like floor mats in there. They have
Grass car.
AstroTurf. They
So-
put AstroTurf as their floor mats.
this thing has 3 speeds here, there, and gone.
That'd be great for the back window. You see me now, you see me now, you don't.
My
I'm going to offer him my moped and some PBRs.
work,
I think that would be an upgrade.
No, swing by a show. This would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how much is it?
Free. You have to
wants
trade.
Trades. He says
Only.
trades
That's a trades only.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's why I
This
say
thing
PBRs
rips.
and a dirt bike. This seems like a man. If you gave him a dirt bike and a case of PBRs, you could walk away with a Geometro.
This looks like the guy that wants kids.
All right. All right, Wesley, thank you so much for those inspiring marketplace finds. The top 5 for you. Jake, we'll go into yours.
All right.
So the first one
So-
is a homologation special, it sounds like.
I know VJ just posted one of these, but this one's different. It's not the same
It's a
one.
different one?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh yeah.
I am
That's sweet.
in love with these.
It's crazy there's 2 of them.
Yeah. Well,
Or
his
more.
is on Bring a Trailer Cars and Bids or something like that.
Hmm.
This one's Marketplace. When the GTI got told it, I was playing with the idea of trying to daily one of these. And I decided I couldn't insure it as a daily.
No.
What is the insurance like? Probably insanely.
Well, you have to do Haggerty.
Yeah.
So it's not a regular VIN. So
Oh, okay.
you might be able to get lucky and get like on a State Farm policy, but it wasn't worth.
State
trying to-
Farm won't do it. Yeah, they AAA would. State Farm wouldn't.
Okay, see, I was.
But
It just
AAA
wasn't worth-
also isn't writing new policies. So if you don't have a policy already with them, then they won't add any new cars. Like they won't underwrite new
For California, right?
Yeah, they won't underwrite new customers on the existing.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Dude,
So yeah,
Typical California.
that deal didn't last long.
That's
that
wild.
idea didn't last
This
long.
is, I think, maybe 2 weeks in a row. What are we talking about?
I think it wasn't last week. It was the week before. I
2
think.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. Well, they're great finds. I would love to drive one of these. Actually, I would love to drive a Mitsubishi Pajero. Period. I think
Yeah.
they probably are pretty interesting to drive.
You know, there's a Pajero Mini you can get. It's a K car version of it.
Oh God.
There's 2. So there's the Junior and the Mini.
Yeah.
So the Junior is a 1.1 liter.
That's a
And then the
real
Mini
race car.
is-
I want like a V6 or at least a
660.
4-cylinder. You know.
Yeah.
you only need 3 cylinders.
I would love to just experience one because like I've driven the 4Runner of the period, I've driven the Range Rovers of the period. I just love the way they feel. So I'm
Yeah.
sure the Mitsubishi is probably just as good, especially in their heyday. You know.
Yeah.
So this is the mandatory Soviet car, which if you don't know, every time Robert posts a Soviet era car, it's Jake finding it.
Yeah. My friend who lives in Florida.
Looks like
and I-
Soviet photos too.
Oh yeah. This car's not in America yet. I have a friend in Florida who we just send each other Ladas. Like I went to school with him. We don't really talk about much outside of like work stuff because he works at Porsche as well. And Ladas. That's our entire friendship at this point. This one's from Moldova. I'm pretty sure it's probably still there.
What are those numbers? Nuclear codes?
Probably.
You send a deposit and then you just
In
never
Moldova,
see
too.
anything ever again.
Moldova.
Like I feel like that's the type of deal this is going to be. It's like, yeah, send us $1,000. It'll be there in 6 months.
I think this might be the cleanest Lada I found though.
That's pretty
So
cool.
far, it's a cool color. It's got a clean interior. It's a Lada. Say less.
Yeah. They're they're
mandatory.
probably not great to drive, but they're probably fun to look at for a little
Yeah.
bit. You know.
You know, they're probably fun to drive if it's not yours.
Yeah.
It's fun to drive your friend's Lada.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. One of my friends almost bought a Lada, and I test drove it for him, and I'm like, this is cool, but you're gonna get bored of it immediately.
At some point in my life, I'll probably own a Lada. and it'll
22
be a
grand
mistake.
is way too much for this.
Oh,
Yeah, that should be half that.
Yeah, like, at least like 10, I would think.
It's like cars and coffee home.
Yeah, cars, coffee.
That
that's
would
it.
literally be
That's
its
it.
existence.
Yeah, drive it once a week,
yeah.
maybe
What's
once
fun-
every 2 weeks.
I thought that's what the Beat was going to be, and I've put as many kilometers on the Beat as I have miles on the Cayman. And
Yeah.
the Cayman's been to LA.
All right, this one Jake found, but it's for Spencer. So Spencer, if you're watching this, oh, I saw this too.
Quantum Synchro. It
Wow.
just full Bay Area wagon right here. All-wheel
trucky.
drive for Tahoe trips.
$3 grand. This is cool.
It's a little bit. It needs a little love.
It's an auto, right?
No. Look at that shift boot, brother. That doesn't look like an auto.
What is going
But
on?
It's
Maybe
non-existent.
It's a man-
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what I'm saying. If it's ever says manual,
Whoa.
they have to manually change it because it's automatic by default.
Yeah. This is an interesting.
I can't.
Audi Quattro looking.
Layout.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about
These are trips.
overheating situation.
Yeah.
These cars.
I
probably
like how the
overheat frequently.
engine looks like it's offset to the driver's side by like.
Oh, they're a nightmare, but they're so cool. And the fact is a wagon.
The Jetronic stuff.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'm not sure how I'm supposed to feel looking at this. It's
Excited
interesting.
but nervous.
See,
Yeah, exactly.
Just ignore the engine bay pick. Just ignore that one. Everything else is great.
Yeah.
If you took a 0 off the price, I'd buy it. It's really cool. It's
Yeah,
really
I would
cool. I
offer
don't know if I'd
1,500.
want to.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's like a $1,500.
Well, if you read the description, it's he said I only bought this car because I have an addiction.
oh my god!
Yeah, this is his fourth one.
Or coming out of one.
Wow,
That's awesome.
That's an
Yeah.
interesting thing to be addicted to.
Well-
Yeah, VW people are a special breed.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
I'm
a cool
here
car.
for it. I'm one of them.
It's a cool car.
It's a cool car.
I think it's a cool $1,500 car.
Yeah.
That's a good topic in the future.
I bet you would take it. It says he's leaving the
car people
country.
have the worst
If somebody
addictions?
wants it, I bet you can get away with 1,500.
Write
for
that
it.
down. Yeah, in Truckee. Hey, if it comes to a Bay Area wagon event, it would sell that same night.
Hey, I'll
Yeah.
be up there tomorrow if anybody wants it. Let me
Oh,
know.
it probably has more.
Yeah.
more it's
There
in
you go.
Truckee. It probably has more rust than metal.
Yeah, it probably has
but-
an unimaginable amount of rust.
Yeah.
But it probably is fun when it's working.
All right, now
Um,
here we're at my specialty. These
all right,
next
work
two.
of art.
Okay.
Okay.
You see Fiero, so you already know.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yo, I've seen this. No.
What you mean? It's an F40.
Look at this.
What else could you want?
It
in
is an
life?
F40. I
This
take all.
is a piece of work here.
Yeah.
And it's a Fiero. It's a Fiero.
Of course, it's
So
an
can we go
automatic
back
Fiero.
to how much meth it took to make this?
Yeah.
New tires, new brakes,
Dude,
current registration.
these kits were actually pretty damn big.
Oh,
Like, this car was
I can
hot,
imagine. They're, we see them every
All the time,
every month.
yeah.
Let's say I
They're all
can't
different,
come
too.
on to this podcast without a kit car.
Yeah.
And these kits are all different, which is the crazy thing.
Yeah.
There's not like a standard like F40 kit. They're all like there's like 17 different variations of the
There's
F40.
some
think
of
this
them that
one's-
look legit.
I
This
think-
one looks
well, I
terrible.
This one is
think the
specifically
different-
heinous.
The different variations are just how much which meth head is putting it together
Yeah,
and which
or how much meth
shed.
you have. See,
Yeah.
the headlights on this one just.
Yeah, I mean this one isn't even fitting correctly. But hey, you know what? If you know it works, 35 grand not worth it.
Yeah.
Don't buy that.
Think
3,500.
about being in the late 80s and the 90s, and you go out, you get your Fiero, and you're like, fuck. I
What am I
really
gonna do
want to
with
make
it?
this better.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like the Fiero doesn't look
It's
too
like
bad.
your
either.
wife's like,
You know,
why'd you
like,
buy it if you want to do a whole kit on it? And she's like, you wouldn't understand.
Nice.
The Fiero thing.
All right, if anyone needs a vehicle for car week,
Perfect car week rig.
I got a
Car
nice
week.
Testarossa for you.
Oh my, yes.
This is a Corvette, C4 Corvette.
It's very obviously
Oh,
C4
man.
Corvette,
Testarossa. Oh, it's
automatic.
automatic too.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think this is. I'm pretty proud of this one. The convertible with two different roofs
Oh,
too.
man. It was the top. I didn't realize it
Yeah.
was.
What is
They
this?
realized it was a Ferrari till the top, or a Corvette until the top came
Fresh
up.
periwinkle wrap.
Interesting. God.
So, have you all ever had one of those experiences where someone tells you, like, hey, if you look at this, like, and then you see it, you'll never be able to look at it the same again?
Yeah.
You're a Corvette enthusiast. If you look inside the interior of a C4 Corvette and have a photo of it, the C4 and the C7 have the exact same interior, short of they have a shittier digital cluster on
Yeah.
the C4, and the C7 has a not shitty digital cluster, but literally, like, whoever took it was like, I'm going to do the exact same design and put
yeah.
it in. It's one of those, like,
It's a
oh, man.
heritage design. It's good.
And now you can't if you hop into a C7 ever, you're going to be like, oh, this is, and then look at C4. It's one of those. You'll never be able
Every
to.
time I hop into a Corvette, I'm just disgusted by interior quality.
Oh, yes,
So
yes.
That's a
You
job.
press everything. and
I've
it's
only ever
just-
been in one, and I was detailing it, and it was like
I'm
a
sorry.
sporty one.
Nice.
And I drove it like 5 miles, but I didn't have enough time to be inside the car. But it was like it's his track car, so it makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
But
I want a Z06 really bad, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
as,
Z06.
as bad as it sounds, I love the idea of just V8, 3,000 pounds, 50-50 weight distribution. Like, that's,
it's a great track car.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's
They democratized horsepower.
Yeah. Honorable mentions for
I
Jake.
only give Corvette shit because it's usually like the
Oh,
typical
the owners
Corvette.
are-
Yeah,
the typical
my owner's a
guy.
problem.
Yeah, the captain's hat and
Yeah.
the road kind of
But
guy.
going back to the Fiero, if you ever have the opportunity to, or if you've ever seen it, is look at Action Jackson movie in the 80s with Carl Weathers. And dude, there's the best Fiero action sequence ever. I'll leave it at that.
Action
YouTube it.
Jackson.
Say less.
YouTube it.
Comment down below if you've seen the movie, so I can get a handle of what that is.
So, Wes did post this in the Discord, but I want it. I'm not gonna buy it. I know better, but I want one so bad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. that's-
Hell yeah.
So cool. They're not worth the money. But
No.
they're so cool.
It's just because they're so darn rare. I don't know
Yeah.
how many they brought in, but it was, you know.
You can
Hardly
buy them
any.
over there sometimes, but getting them shipped here is difficult because you need to drain out. You need to have someone in Japan drain all the fluids. It's a
Yeah.
whole fiasco.
Yeah.
And you got to find someone to put in a container.
They're
Yeah.
honestly like compared to the compact, it's one of those like the practicalities all there. It's one of those.
You have to register this?
This does I think 40 or 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, you can actually ride this. The compactor goes 15.
Yeah, like
which,
this one, like its purpose was actually there, where it's like, oh yeah, you're supposed to use this as like a point A to point B. You commute
Yeah.
to like a major.
it's a little two-stroke. Yeah.
Yeah.
50 cc's, I think.
It's neat.
Do you need like a register? Do you need to register these things?
Yeah, you
I think
do.
or it's 50 c. It's 50.
No, it's pedals or that it needs pedals for that rule to apply. As
Or
an
you just-
enthusiast.
You just pack. If you get pulled over, just pack it up and walk home. You'll be
Yeah,
fine.
that's true. Fine. Yeah.
They're kind of
Um,
expensive though, and so we thought the B2 was gonna be quick.
Yes.
I think I got you beat.
Damn, you could buy a NASA rocket on Facebook Marketplace
You gotta go to Florida.
for 9.9
Yeah,
million.
can you see that blue button in the bottom right corner? Can you click it real quick?
No, I can't do that. I can't do it.
He's
Daniel,
got 5 stars. He's an authentic
Daniel,
seller.
you're
He's-
wild for this.
Hey,
got
it
The
can bring you
whole
to
ass
Mars.
rocket. The whole rocket. You
I
get
was
the whole
saying,
thing.
with lunar module on top too.
Come
If you're not
on,
going to
man.
message him, I will.
It can't be
Freaking
used
Florida,
to go to
bro.
Mars.
Florida wins, man.
Yeah, but
All
Undefeated.
right, this might be a joke.
he's selling it because the gas is too expensive.
Yeah, the gas is too expensive
The current
under the current administration. All right. We're getting political
Funny
now.
guy.
Why don't we click the "Hi, is this available" button? For real.
Because Daniel has a Camaro.
He has got great reviews.
But look, he has a
What else has
Camaro.
he
We
sold?
can't. I'm pretty sure
It's
it's
a
a
Camaro.
Yeah, it's, yeah, we.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, and
Where-
Camaro in
we're
Florida
not-
is tough.
yeah. We might have to pull that one out, but all right. So this is the moment we've all been waiting for. This is Shaun's top 5.
I'm excited.
He titled them all. I'm gonna go with the last one first. Robert's special arrivederci. Arrivederci to Robert. He's in Italy. He didn't tell us this, but he is in Italy somewhere. And this is a
Yeah,
Volvo.
look-
Oh
His piece
yeah!
of work.
Oh, I
Hell
saw this
yeah.
one. I almost put this one on.
Did they glue a valve cover to the hood? Is that what I saw there on one side?
Oh, and I want.
Yeah.
That looks like a valve.
Wait, can we scan the QR code on the back?
Bro, this is everything for
Let's see
the
if we can get a better
apocalypse.
picture.
Is this in? This is California. This is that thing that they do up in Reno that's supposed to mimic Mad Max. I forget what it's called, but they do that up in Reno every year. It's not Burning Man. It's
No.
It's
QR code
Can't
does
do it.
not work.
Oh.
Dang.
So this so
Disappointment.
Shaun found us a 1989
Oh, is it a
Volvo
dually?
740 turbo
It is
wagon.
now.
It is a dual.
Heck
I think it looks
yeah.
like you just glued another tire on there. Look.
Just some extended lug studs, you're good. I wonder if it
Yeah.
has all of its lug studs.
Dual,
on like
it's a dually
Robert's.
setup. It's lifted. Yeah, it probably has all of its lug nuts, which is great. This 740's been meticulously modified.
I could tell.
The
Um,
The
apocalyptic aesthetic.
turbocharged engine.
spelled
What does it
aesthetic wrong,
say?
too.
The turbocharged engine provides a boost in power, making
I-
this car a joy to drive. That's not true. That's false. But hey, good movie prop, I think. But geez,
What
good
is
fun.
that? What is that really nice rally that just happened with like the Stratos and all that?
Yeah,
Overcrest or whatever?
Overcrest.
Just bring that.
That it might make it. 300 ST did not get in, but that one
That
might.
would be a
that
great
might.
gambler car.
It would.
Shaun found the Haas special.
So this one is great, but you have to hear it. You need
What
volume
the-
up to hear
Oh, I
to
need
hear
volume?
him describe it. Yeah.
Well, we'll make it. We'll do that in post.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe it'll work.
You get speaker room in the bottom right corner. You have to click that so you can hear it.
They ain't gonna make it. Okay, stock car racers, this is the hurl world. I don't care how tough they are. They ain't gonna make it.
Dude, there's no seat. There's no restraint
I
on
don't
it.
care if they don't eat for 2 weeks. They will throw up.
He's going like 2 miles an hour. Imagine if you actually picked up considerable speed.
250 bucks.
Increase the speed by 5, which is like 10 miles an hour.
Hurl the world.
I would. This would have sold faster if a guy was on it right now in the background as
Oh,
he was
yeah.
talking.
It's that idle speed.
This is that idle speed.
He loves this thing.
That guy is insane. I hope that goes through the audio. We'll see.
I
I'm
hope
impressed,
so.
dude. I don't know what your algorithm is, but like, shit, I kind of wish I had this.
But Hurl Whirl,
I want to I'm gonna go through and click all your links to hopefully elevate my mark. I'll message one.
right
of
now
them.
my marketplace is getting
I need
destroyed.
to go through exactly. I need to go through on all of your links and click the "Hi, is this available?" button,
I'm
just so
on
I
the
can
dark
start getting
path.
your algorithm.
All right, and then
Number right
number
path.
3 on Sean's top 5 is the Hell Yeah Brother 1946 Ford beer tanker.
Come on, baby.
In the flames.
I might know
Hell
someone who's
yeah.
interested.
Honestly, I could see the subs
watch
and
this,
like
watch
just
this.
in the tank. which
On
is
the
hilarious.
ladder.
Look at all these amps too. Jeez.
He's got 212s. Watch the video. Watch the video. Go back. Dude, this is legit. This is legit.
This at barbecue.
Yeah.
This needs to be a barbecue.
This would be perfect for barbecue. Yeah.
Dude, you could literally charge like sports game level beer prices and recoup all your losses and probably
This at
people
Car
would
Week?
be probably cool with it. They'd be like, "Holy shit! I bought beer from a flaming beer truck."
No, bring this to 24 hours of lemons, or not,
Oh, it would win.
Yeah.
It would win.
Kill it.
or Concourse
I
Day
think we
lemons
have a
after
small business
crossing
idea
chilies.
here. What was
what fuel are they using?
kerosene? Just like igniting kerosene or propane out the top? Like,
Not included flamethrowers for reliability reasons.
that's bull. That's
Oh
bull.
no, that's a deal breaker.
Where's the location? Just to get an idea still. Let's see
San
if they're-
Diego, La Mesa.
Oh, La Mesa.
Yeah, that's wild.
I'm
This
down
is
to go
crazy.
down with someone to pick it up.
15 grand. Good if it runs. If it will get back to the Bay Area, could be a little vault.
Business opportunity.
But
Yeah,
dude, I need
that'd be the
it
art
has to
car.
throw flames, bro.
Well, just go put some flamethrowers on it.
Definitely
some.
caught a body is the name of this link. I'm not.
Oh, I see. I saw this one.
Oh, whoa.
Oh yeah.
They caught a body, all right. What the hell?
Original, everything ready to be restored.
What is?
I was going to send a Ford Escort. This is not the same Ford Escort I was going to send.
Is this the Fox body with something else on it, or
No,
what?
that engine is not going the right direction. Look at that. That engine is front. That looks front wheel, brother. Unless I'm.
Yeah.
What is this? Is this a real car, or do they
Those
like
are real cars.
connect
Yeah,
it
yeah,
together?
Just
Wow.
all of them have returned to the earth by now.
No, so
Yeah.
this is a previous there's the Escort that came in 86 to 90 that was also like a rally car. at the
Yeah, those
time.
are hot.
So
Those are
yeah,
cool.
those
And
are
these are-
those are
yeah.
cool. And this obviously
And then there's
I'm
this.
trying
Is
to
the
remember. They had a
ugly-
European spec
Yeah.
on these as well too, and I can't remember. I can't.
and the headlights look. This has to be a European.
Dude,
Ford
the
Europe.
whole design
Yeah.
of this car was an afterthought.
Yeah.
I mean, it's for it's this more looks like Ford Europe. Just
Yeah,
that's what
everything.
it is.
Like,
yeah.
look at this. Like this is
This
just
is
like
a-
fuck, we forgot headlights. All right, just put
For
them
the-
on there
For
somewhere.
the fact, no plates. No.
$2,000 Detroit, Michigan.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, Detroit.
You
So
think
it's
you're
gonna be
making
rusted
out
out
of
by the time you
Detroit?
get there.
You
Oh,
think
dude,
you're breaking out of Detroit with that rear end?
Oh,
No shot. That's not happening.
Dude, there's somebody's brother has been looking for this car for the past 20 years.
You guys will literally never be able to get that tail light again. That lens that's broken
Yeah.
back there. It's one of those. Oh yeah, this is it's scrap. It's
$2,000.
literally scrap. Like what the? Oh.
Yeah, and then the final one,
That's-
he titled "When Good Money Goes Bad," and this is a 1994 Geo Tracker.
Geo Tracker.
oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
So with this one, one of these I got to talk about with some of our car guys out there is return on investment. Is when does it end?
Yeah.
At some point, you get something like this, you got to cut the cord on the money that you're dumping into it, because this was a bad idea all around. There was no way that this car was ever going to be any good or look any good,
But hey, it's paid off.
but it's paid off. You're right.
Yeah,
I like
dude.
I
how they-
digress.
I like how they took a regular steering wheel. It looks like they just took an angle grinder to it and unevenly cut different, the sides off.
Hey,
You
it's
just
like,
drove by.
Yeah. It's basically Lewis Hamilton's steering wheel now.
Yeah.
It's also fantastic because if you get into it, well, there is no airbags to deploy. But I was going to say if you got into an accident, you could punch yourself in the face when you're crossing your wrists. But
God. Yeah. Well, someone will enjoy this, not us, but someone will.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So those are great. Those are amazing marketplace finds. Those are our top 20, by the way. So you know who we are now.
Plus like 6 honorable mention.
Yeah.
Yes.
Plus about 6 or 7 of them. But so that brings us into the scenario. So I picked 2 scenarios. Both are marketplace themed. The first one has a budget. The budget is $25,000, and the goal is to do a cross country sprint.
Sprint. I missed that.
Yeah, well, it's whatever. It's like think about Cannonball, but like
Mine will get there. Mine will get there.
You think about the hare and the tortoise, right? The turtle wins the race because it makes it, right?
Yeah.
And the hare. So
Hey, mine,
you might be your fine might have been correct. So basically, it just needs to be a current marketplace fine, and it can't be in your top 5. So Shaun's browsing. I think that's what he's doing right now. So I'm gonna go first. Actually, yeah, I'll go first.
Thank God for my feed. It always comes through.
So $25,000. I found probably the nicest 300 diesel in the world. This is going to make it, and it'll be really comfortable and really nice. It's definitely not worth $25,000.
Oh, whoa!
But for a 90,000,
hey, it's under budget.
It's under budget, and it's
Barely.
and it's my car, but it's impeccable, nice, and so I would love to experience it. And I went on Cars.com for this because I knew that Cars.com for some reason has some crazy 140s. And this was just a wild thing that I saw. I didn't think that any diesel would ever be worth. No one would ever try to sell this for this much money. But this would be mine. I think I would be
I
great.
gotta stay away from you.
Yep. It's contagious.
So that's mine. Jake's
Give
is
this bad boy to
a Radwood special.
Low miles.
Oh, Roadmaster, nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
No kids ever, according to everything. 56,000 miles.
Rear facing seat.
Yep. But look how comfy those seats are. The picture's coming up. Tell me that wouldn't be perfect for cross country.
Oh yeah, it looks nice. Looks like a couch. I've always wanted an experience in American car from this era where like things are just plush. Everything's plush, you know.
See,
if you get the cloth seats, they're full benches up front, so it's a 6-seat, and then the 2 in the back, so 8-seat technically.
Yeah.
And the something about the bench cloth seats just brings like, I want one so bad at some point.
I bet it smells great inside of this.
You need those seats for that body roll.
yeah.
Lean.
See, whenever someone gets a GT3 of comfort seats, this is what I imagine. Like that the seats are. Just because I'm
This
so
looks
used to
really
the buckets.
nice.
Right?
This really does look super nice. Like this is like a perfect Radwood car.
Yeah.
So something funny about these is they make fantastic, they're fantastic dailies and everything, but also, if you're an enthusiast, a tow rig where the towing capacity is, I think, 5,000 or 6,000 pounds, which is enough to get yourself, if you have a light trailer, you can tow most vehicles with that, like in terms of cars, and obviously not trucks. You're not right.
Well, this one has a big brake kit too.
Oh,
and an LT1, so you're golden.
Yeah, they and then the other thing with it is they average, they're EPA rated, I think 26 or 28 a highway.
Ain't no way.
It's one of those. It's
great cars.
Insanely high to the point that you're like, the gearing must be all gearing that does it, where
like
it's just
some
like
Corvettes.
a lazy torquey V8 that just without any cylinder.
Up to
It's like a
speed.
Corvette.
Yeah, it's like
without
revving
cylinder
like 2,000
deactivation.
RPM at like 85 miles an hour or something.
Exactly. Think of a Corvette, no cylinder deactivation.
Yeah. That's
You'll
wild.
get 26 just cruising.
Okay.
So click my first one there, and that'll be my one to get me across America.
Oh, okay, I see.
So
yeah, I saw this one, this Slow Safari.
So I have a quality 6. I'm not sure if it's a 6-seater or not 8-seater. Volkswagen bus here that.
There's not much bus left.
It was a tour bus down in San Luis Obispo, and now somebody is clearly not doing that business anymore and getting rid of it. And it has a.
Oh, that's nice. You're good.
That's pretty
It
sick.
has a Chevy V6 from
Wait,
the 90s, the ones that are famous for lasting like 40 plus hours during the whole Cash for Clunkers, let's kill all the cars thing in 2008. So the motor will probably outlast all of
Society.
us if he was given. Exactly. Society, exactly. Given the opportunity, it would outlast society.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I
think-
didn't look too far into it. I just
To
saw
be
it.
cool,
It says
cool car to own
automatic,
for a little
but
bit.
if you look
Drive
at
around.
one of the photos, it has what looks to be a giant ass shifter going out the middle there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if that's a stick shift, I would probably be a very happy boy driving that. Of course, it has to be like,
Back roads.
back roads, and it's probably only like 1 week during the year that it would be pleasant to drive a vehicle that doesn't have doors
They put
or
money into
any
this.
insulation.
Yeah,
from
they really built this. Like they tried a lot.
For
tried
15
really hard.
grand. They
Yeah,
probably got
yeah.
their ROI
Anyone want
though.
a small business in Napa?
Be a great
That'd be
small
the way to
business
go,
in
yeah.
Napa.
The
Yeah.
booze bus.
Yeah, literally the booze bus, but just more exciting.
Hell, even just run around the town and that.
And then, yeah, my
Yeah.
second car was a good old fashioned, I think it's a high ace.
Oh, these are cool.
Oh, no, no.
Oh, no, that's not a high.
yeah, yeah.
The crazy
truck. It's a
This is Shaun will find right here.
Wesley, you're
Hey,
loco.
so if you're driving across country and if you're upset with somebody in the other lane, you could just use the hydraulics of your bed to punt them off the road.
Any cyclist with it like within your lane,
Hey,
boom.
dude, seriously, you're a danger to everybody in this thing. And
That'd be great
yourself.
on Mount Tam.
So I take it back. It was not a Toyota Hiace. It was a
This thing.
Nissan.
this thing, crazy truck.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then Shaun found us a car at the last minute.
Let's see this.
Actually, I don't know if it's a car.
Yeah. Because I'm going in style, dude. While you guys are at
Oh,
your
I
hotels,
saw it. Yeah.
man, come on. I'm glamping. The
I
whole
thought I
way
was-
through.
Vixen
My Vixen.
Oh yeah, I saw this.
Yeah.
Nice.
A Vixen.
The registered recently.
Sean and
9
your
plates.
glamping.
Look at that, man.
This
Come
is
on,
kind of
plush.
fun looking, honestly.
I think these like this.
Oh, it's a
era-
manual.
Manual,
No,
Wait,
thanks.
Yeah.
what?
No,
That's
thanks.
wild.
No way I'm doing that. No way I'm driving that
Hey,
thing.
they have a clown shoe too. That's fitting. If you look at
Oh,
the
hey, this is the one I think of.
Yeah.
They threw diesel. Okay, TD. This is the diesel, and they got like 20 to 30 miles per gallon. They got really good.
Don't come a
fuel
knocking
economy.
when my Vixens are rocking.
God, talk about horrible driving experience. This thing is a manual like this. This is
Diesel.
probably horrible. I bet this is terrible. I bet like parked like in a valley, awesome. Glass
Yeah.
roof like that, super cool. Probably gets insanely hot. Probably would die if you were in there too long. But like it is, at least has a fan. But like,
Going back
The
to all
only
the
fan.
touch
looks
points.
so Art Deco-y.
Think about how horrible all the touch points would be in terms of clutch, shifter,
oh my god,
everything
dude.
else.
Nothing feels like
The
anything.
steering rack is 2 to 3 business days. To,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
No, literally
Like,
everything would be like 2 or 3 business days. You hit the clutch and it's like, oh, I can't feel anything because it's engaging a clutch that's 18 feet behind me.
I feel like there might be so much dive with the brakes too, because I'm assuming it's so softly sprung.
Yeah. Santa Ana. All right, man. It's crazy that
I
these
honestly
things
really
exist.
like it. To be
I bet this guy
honest.
has a house with a flat roof. One of those guys.
What is it,
house.
like a 4-speed, maybe?
Maybe if anything.
Four,
That-
4-speed
8,000
diesel.
RPMs at freaking 40 miles
no,
an
probably
hour.
it probably maxes at like 4250. Yeah, it's probably like pinged at like pinged at like 56 miles an hour probably.
Hey, I'm
With
used
no
hey,
power, so if you go up a hill, you're losing power. Yeah.
Hey, it's fine in my van.
you're
I don't know
overheating.
about this thing.
No, this thing is impossible. I bet you this thing probably has maybe 150 torque. And like this thing is probably super heavy. I mean, I don't know. I might be wrong. I'm not sure what kind of diesel motor this has, but like, yeah, this is a wild thing for sure.
I believe you, Rudy. Good deal.
And that brings us into the last scenario of the evening. All right, so for today's final scenario, we are going to be challenged to a hot lap at Coda, which is in Texas.
Good old Austin.
The difference with just the hot lap is we're going to be driving from Albany here to Coda, do the race, and then drive back. And so you have to complete the whole thing. So the only rules for this, unlimited budget, you can spend as much money as you want for this. It needs to be in the first 3 to 6 pages. We found out like yesterday that Facebook Marketplace doesn't have pages. So we kind of like agreed that they're like the first 50 cars that we see, 50 to 100 cars.
Yeah.
It has to be within that. It can't be, in what you've already showed us. It can't be a race car. It needs to be consumer grade.
Plates means consumer grade.
Yeah, plates means at some point it was consumer grade.
Good.
For the
Okay,
sake of
good.
the argument
I
here.
had to.
Yeah.
I was hoping that would be a
It
clarification.
just can't be like a car that was specifically is only for racing.
Oh.
Budget's unlimited. Blah blah blah. So let's do it. And we'll try to play fair because I'm sure it's very easy to look up stuff. But I'll go first. Both of mine, disclaimer, aren't great, but my first 50 cars were pretty bad. So this is the first one. They're both Texas themed. So
Yeehaw.
I figured,
Oh.
why not go Grand National if we're going to Coda, right?
Yeah.
So this is my first find.
That up the hill,
29,000.
the front straight, you'll be golden.
Yeah. It's
Ooh, automatic?
It would probably get to Coda. It would definitely do the track slowly, but it would do it, and it would look good doing it because it's in Texas.
Getting back, maybe.
Getting back might be hard.
The brakes are probably
The brakes are cooked. The cooling system's probably
Smoked.
taxed. Yeah. But that's my first find. Probably good. Second find I picked. I was gonna find just one, but the second one I didn't know even existed. And this is a Radwood special for sure. This would be.
Oh,
this would
I
win.
saw this one. This is
So
on my list.
This is a Chevy Lumina Z34 Coupe
Dale and
Dale
Earnhardt
Earnhardt edition.
Yeah, I
for
almost
Dale,
did this
brother.
one.
I remember these.
Look at this.
That is
Look
so
at this.
cool.
All of this is like factory stickers, I think. Right?
I don't know.
Where's that-
Hell
where's
yeah,
that-
brother! The red interior. Holy crap, that's cool.
Plush as
What's the price on that? That's actually pretty.
The
damn
red
cool.
suede. Oh my,
19 grand.
That's nice.
that's nice.
I'd
for
fit
the
in
price.
right here.
And apparently it's only been driven 2,000 miles. This is a collector grade car.
I feel like this is a Barrett Jackson car. Like of all cars to sell at Barrett
This is Barrett
Jackson,
Jackson.
this is it.
And
This-
it
and
comes
this
with
is-
like a signed Dale Earnhardt
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, all over
that's-
the place. Dale Hearn everywhere.
Yo, this is sums up with the pricing. This is
Yeah, and this is probably would be my choice in driving to Texas, compete in a race, and
Oh,
drive
yeah.
back.
Yeah.
I would
I
look like a
feel
NASCAR
like-
doing it. So
I feel like it would be sacrilegious to drive this type of car more than the miles that are presently on
No,
the
it's
chassis.
perfect.
To do that.
No, you go as long as you just gotta like make sure.
I bet this is a
I would
horrible
drive
experience.
there. I would drive there with it on the back of a trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got lucky with this find. It was like one of the last cars in my
That's-
in my
This one was
garage.
out of my list. Like I almost put this as one of my
Really?
marketplace finds.
We're
'cause it
probably, our
wa-
marketplaces are sinking.
yeah.
I really like this car. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? $19,000. This is this is one of those things. If you put it away, it'd be worth 25 in 20 years. Probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Make a
The
little bit of
S&P
money.
500 will be worth whatever.
surprised
like,
it's not
$400,000.
yeah. But this.
I'm surprised it's not worth
25.
twice what it is like on this.
Well, you never know. Maybe this guy is just not wanting to deal with auctions, and you never know. Putting this up at Barrick Jackson or something would probably do
Maybe
really well.
Meekum.
And also, it's a V6. I bet you these are just like really niche cars.
Yeah.
you know,
Totally.
there's so many.
You gotta be a
Earnhardt.
Dale fan.
There's so many Dale
Yeah.
special editions. You know,
Yeah.
this is probably the worst one, but those are mine.
All
Jake
right, so mine
definitely
will do
beat
great
me.
on the track.
BAC Mono R. Okay.
oh yeah.
Ah, cheater!
It has plates.
How do you guys get all these good cars?
This is plated.
Because we're not looking up
Yeah.
garbage.
Yeah, these are
Yeah.
road cars. Road cars.
Yes.
It has a front trunk.
It probably has turn signals and everything.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah.
But you can register them in California.
I know that they're you can register from California.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
wild.
They do
Yeah,
have a
right.
front trunk. It is about one outfit without shoes.
Yeah, this is wild. This wins probably.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wild. So the second one is
And then this one will get you there and back. These used to be a good deal too. The 996 GT3s.
this was on my feed too. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no.
Is it
96.
the lighting that the rear bumper on the right side looked a little weird there? Look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
it's-
Yeah, I was like, it looks.
Yeah. These used to be so cheap, then people realized that they're good. The
Yeah.
interiors are Corvette quality on the
Yeah.
996s, but the alien head bucket seats, I love these. I think they're so of the era.
Yeah. Yep.
It's the 996 turbos are cool. The 996 GT3s are really fun.
You don't see these for sale often either.
No,
No,
but we
cool.
made hardly any of them. Last year at Car Week we made two 996 3 RSs out. That was sick.
Yeah, the owner of the dealership is a member.
So you got them on the old style pod, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of the first podcasts we ever did. Yeah, when we did it at the ping pong table.
Yep.
But yeah, these are cool. I would love to own one of these at some point, but I'll stick with my Boxer. I want to get one at some point, but you know. So Wesley picked a MR2 Spider, but
is it?
based off
Spider.
of the description, it sounds like it might be a
A
little
little
bit hopped
spicy.
up.
I didn't see the video. Yeah, so I
Oh,
looked
whoa.
at it. I was like, "Hey, that's a sick looking
that
Lotus."
looks-
And then I
it
was like,
looks
"Wait,
kinda
that's not a Lotus."
From the front, it looks kind of like the Ultima GTRs a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
That's kind of where my mind went.
This thing is
Yeah.
built. Jeez.
It's pretty sick.
For
Those
Yeah.
side
17.
scoops
That's
me a bit.
sick.
Oh,
So it has
Wow.
a K24 with a giant turbo. It makes 400 and something horsepower. So what is that? Probably a 2,400 pound chassis with 400 wheel horsepower.
I feel like it would be pretty close to a mono if the person's brave enough.
That's the thing I was going to say. Like, if the person's brave enough, that's the big asterisk.
In terms
here.
of
'Cause think
dollar
about how
value, too.
Oh yeah, the mono.
17 grand for this too. Like that's
Yeah.
not bad.
Think about how terrifying this would be to drive at the limits, though. Speaking that, snap oversteer and MR2s are like go hand in hand
Yeah.
together.
I mean, that's not as much V's. That's a SW20, but still.
Still, multiply the power times 4.
Yeah.
You may add some problems there.
Yeah.
Introduce something that didn't happen.
I actually I love the stance. I love the rear end on it.
The car looks
wing
great.
is actually, yeah, it's a good looking car.
It looks
Probably
like those
right.
are totally like custom strut towers too, Maria. Like it's like
It looks custom strut towers, and they also have looks to be a custom crash bar because
Yeah.
there's something weird with that.
when we were talking about return on investment earlier. There ain't no way he only has 17 grand into it.
No
Yeah,
way.
oh, no.
Probably,
In
probably
the-
70 grand or something.
In the fabrication and motor alone, probably like think about the swap of a K24 into an MR2
Yeah.
with a turbo and all the, tuning and crap. You're probably 15 grand alone there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you gotta find the donor car.
And
And
then
all
With the
that.
fisheye lens, his tiny steering wheel looks so tiny.
And then the
Yeah.
It looks like a little Mario Kart steering wheel.
Like the Wii.
Yeah.
then all the chassis work that the guy's done. I'm like,
He shouldn't sell this. He's smiling as he's driving the car.
Yeah, I understand why you would sell this.
Yeah.
It's
he
like
was-
Ian. Like you just
Yeah,
couldn't.
right. He won't sell it. But
Yeah.
still, that's a good find.
We can replace it
It's
with-
super cool that it exists.
Yeah,
First of all, hang on. Before you look at mine, dude,
Wesley has one more.
Okay, good.
And then you have one more. Do you have any more? Because I
I
know
just have one, dude.
I know what you got.
That's it.
All right.
So
All right,
mine's
fair enough.
pretty. My second one's just like a simple solution. Like I thought there was a $25,000 limit here, so for me, I was like, when I saw this came in come up at 25.5, I was like, oh, this would be for 25. would be
TPMS light on?
perfect. What was that?
TPMS light. Hey, as long as it has no bore score, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool that the paint matched center.
2008 though. Didn't they?
That's
fix
kind of.
those
I think it's better
it's
by
later.
then.
Yeah.
The earlier ones are when you have it.
It's cool that has the paint matched.
The dials. I wish
Yeah.
mine were white on my Cayman.
That'd be
That's
sick.
like the one option.
Yeah.
That and Kessie.
This is probably a great track toy.
Yeah, that's why
Like
I was
if
like,
you just like build it just for that, you know.
it would be a good driver's car.
Yeah.
That's the way I looked at
I mean,
it.
BJ's put a bunch of miles. Like his has been great.
Yeah, he said no issues really.
Yeah. I think the 06 and below, the 98 to 06.
I know the
I
older
believe
ones
the
have
ones you
more IMS. issues,
Yeah,
for
they,
sure.
they beefed it up on these.
Yeah.
And what's nice about these, they really reward you for
99,
revving them out.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
yeah.
I drove his
and
a
the
little
gearing
bit.
isn't
Makes sense.
heinous on it. if
It's
I
not like the new
remember
ones.
correctly. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sean's algorithm was
Yeah.
unfortunate because
So-
of what he showed us at the beginning of this podcast.
Dude, it's because I play these stupid games every single week for your
And
entertainment. And this is
1993
my
Honda
this
Del
is my
Sol.
Facebook
Whoa.
feed. So this is the
Yeah.
best car, literally the fastest car that came up on my feed.
Modesto, say less.
Yo,
Hey, he's got a stage 2
Modesto?
clutch.
Exactly.
I love how they're in front of their prefabbed homes. You can tell that they live a life.
Hey, gets trailered.
Like
Culture.
exactly. Trailer
Hey,
all
this is a
around.
TikTok car right here. Say less. Car
The oil
does
slicks.
run.
Hey, you know what? You would get. Wait,
1320
1320
sticker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know they go fast.
what engine is this? Is this swapped?
Usually
or-
it's a D series engine, but like a D18.
That's the best car in my feed.
Yeah, D16. D16.
Okay.
Cold air intake D16.
Yeah, you know,
Hey, custom trailing arms. Hey, it might
comes
be fat.
with comes with hay.
So it's a single overhead cam. It probably makes with all the stuff on there like a nice 110 wheel horsepower.
But you'll have
Hey.
fun doing it.
Exactly.
I have 2 of my cars combined equal 110. So that's pretty fast.
It's pink.
And it would make it.
It's
It
got
would-
hella windshield stickers.
It
on
would get to to Texas
See,
and back.
It's a
I don't
Honda,
know because you have
exactly.
the 80 mile per hour speed limits for some parts. I don't know if it'd survive.
You know, it also
that's
has the
true.
1320 sticker, so you know it's it probably is pretty quick.
Yeah. Respect it.
Beautiful.
Well,
Prefabbed home.
that's a great one
Fire
to
lane.
finish off our,
Yeah,
our
don't park
marketplace
here.
finds with.
Park there.
But yeah, that was the marketplace find special, and then we'll probably do more of these, and we'll have different scenarios when I finished writing this, VJ sent me a bunch of different things we could talk about. We could do like a depreciation special where like what cars have the most depreciation, like which Maserati. So we'll probably have another one of these. Comment down below if you liked this this kind of podcast, a little bit longer than usual. Make sure you like the video so we can make sure we're doing more of them. Maybe we'll do one like once a quarter, like a marketplace, state of the marketplace update kind of thing.
Ooh, state of the marketplace is a good title.
But yeah, that's that. Any other closing remarks before we finish this podcast today?
I need Shaun's algorithm.
Yeah, that was wild.
You don't
dude.
want it, dude. You don't
That
want
was
it.
wild.
Yeah, I need. And what I
Artwork.
learned is that when I'm trying to find our cars, my algorithm's kind of boring. I mean, they're all good cars, but they were nothing like you guys today.
I'll send you some links. I'll get it back in action.
I need to start clicking on some degenerate stuff.
Yeah.
But
Check
okay.
Discord.
Yeah, make sure you're subscribed. Thanks for if you've watched the whole video. Make sure you comment. VJ's Fiero.
Yeah.
Down below.
yeah.
VJ,
Yeah.
just for you.
Be a member. You'll get access to Discord with all of our shit
Yeah,
posting.
if you become a member, you get Discord access. We do drives all the time. We have a whole bunch of different events that we do. We do first Saturdays. Grab some lunch and stuff with us and have a good time. It's good. It's good. It's
Good
fun.
vibes.
It's a lot of fun.
We do the hangouts
Great
here. We do
relationships.
the hangouts at your warehouse.
Hangouts, my warehouse, drives,
Hangout at Roberts.
private events,
Yeah.
all that stuff. So, yeah. Without further ado, we'll close it out. See you later.
Peace.